quickly, because of time, we are not going to go back, but just for us to be able to move forward. In summary, what we have taught in the past is that Abraham went to rescue Lot without consulting God, because they had not known God to that point that you pray to God or consult him and ask him for direction or for help. But rather he went on a suicidal mission to rescue Lot with his 3 friends, which is what I want us to take note of. His 3 friends that went with him and their own servants too. And then they came back, they succeeded in rescuing and bringing back a great spoil. Now, Melchizedek approached him and revealed to him that it was God that delivered his enemies into his hand. That was when his eyes popped up and his understanding came to life that, wow, God was there. That was why we succeeded. So God was our partner there. God was part of the whole exercise. Therefore, God must be due for his own portion of the spoil. And that's why he divided it in 10 places and gave God one portion. But God was not the only one that got his portion. If you read with me in verse, the king of Sodom and Gomorrah actually told him that he should take, if you read from verse 20, in particular 22, the king of Sodom and Gomorrah said, okay, give me only the people, take all the spoil with you. And because you have done what we can't do, couldn't have done for ourselves. And then but he refused, said he would not take any part, take any portion, not even his shoe lashes, so that the king of Sodom and Gomorrah, knowing that they are an evil country, that so that they will not boast that they made Abraham rich, because Abraham knew God was making him, had made him rich, and will come to make him richer. Now, he now said, he said to the king of Sodom and Gomorrah, he says, save only that which the young men have eaten, verse 24, and the portion of the men which went with me, the portion. So it was not only God that was given a portion of the spoil, but he was the first one to take to be given his spoil. He said, but these 3 men that went with me, Anna, Eshcol, and Mamre, let them take their portion. Anna, Eshcol, and Mamre, let them take their portion. Praise the Lord. Let's go for a short break, and then we'll come back and continue with our discussion. Okay, you're welcome back. Ekabo. So, these 3 men, Anna, Eshcol, and Mamre, were to also take their portion. What percentage they took, we were not told, but God took his portion, was given his portion, like Mamre, Eshcol, and Anna were given their portion of the spoil, being partners with Abraham. Verse 13, if you read verse 13, in verse 13 of this same chapter, you see the relationship of Abraham with this man. When they came to tell him, the Bible said that when the one that escaped came to tell him that Lot has been captured, the Bible said, and there came one that had escaped and told Abraham the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorites. So Mamre was the one that really owned the place where he was staying at the time. He said, and his brothers, Eshcol, and brother of Anna, these were confederate with Abraham. They were confederate, meaning they were covenanted with him. They were at peace with him. And not only that, they were in multilateral relationship with him, which means they were in partnership with him. So when he needed to go and rescue Lot, these men also came with him, with their own servants. So they were partners with him. And so even though he was not going to take anything out of his spoil, they had their right to take, except they too rejected taking part of the spoil. Of course, so whatever percentage they now took, we didn't know. But God took his portion as a partner, and these 3 men also took their portion as a partner. So what does that mean? So tithing is a revelation of God's partnership with you. So it is not your choice. Like somebody were quoting that one of our fathers said, if you don't pay tithe, you will not go to heaven. No, that's wrong. The tithing is a testimony that you bear with an acknowledge that whatever profit or success I have or increase is because of God's partnership with me. So that is the primary purpose of tithing. It is not first fruits. People are confusing it now, even ministers of God. It's not first fruit. That's another topic on its own. In fact, if we deal with first fruit has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with money at all. When we deal with tithing, we'll probably come back to that. It's not first fruit. It's not an offering. It's not a free will offering. It is a partnership. So if somebody goes into business with you, and both of you agree on the sharing formula, if you say, okay, you in this business, you will take 50, I will take 50, you will take 60, I will take 40. Whenever you share profit, you share it according to that formula. The sharing formula of your increase and profiting for you acknowledging the partnership of God with you, that this business that I do or this work that I go, the Lord is the one that takes me there. The Lord is the one that brings me back. The Lord is the one that even ensures that I get my due in my workplace. A lot of people have been working for months now that have not been able to get their salaries. You're acknowledging that my salary is not that because it comes doesn't mean it is automatic. It is the Lord that has helped me. The promotion that I get, the success that I get, my going out and returning safely, all these are God has been part of it, and so he's due for his portion of whatever I get. And the agreement, and God has eventually established it in the law that it should be 10% of what, as the example that Abraham had said, 10% of whatever increase you get. And that's why if you read in the law, it says the tithe of the land is mine. So you don't give somebody an offering of what belongs to him. It is his own, his passion to your success. It's a revelation of God's partnership with us. It's a revelation of God's partnership. We acknowledge that God is the reason, his input is the reason why we succeed and we prosper in all that we do. I hope you understand that. Don't worry, next week, we're going to show you more from other examples in the scriptures how tithing is about divine partnership with man. Praise the Lord.